Hi everyone, this is Corey, the Youper Linen Lady, with another episode of What's Sold on eBay, Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark. Now I'm going to change it up today, do things a little bit differently. Last week I had a What's Sold, however I had, a corrupted file, it wouldn't upload, and so finally I just deserted it. So I'm going to today show you some of the larger sales that I've had throughout the last 2 weeks. And I want to start the first one now. I'm going to have the pictures here of the item I sold and tell you exactly how much. So you'll still receive the net profit and how much it was, how much it sold for, and how much I originally picked it up for, and how long I had it in my inventory. So let's get started. The first one was this Capodimonte Peacock Planter. Now I had this since 2021. This was one of my earlier pickups. I mean, it was really cute, and it has a lot of embellishments on it, but it is really a unique piece. So that's why it's sat. I don't know how many people are looking for planters that look like this. But it sold for $38 on a best offer. I bought it for $2.65 at a thrift store, and my net profit was $32.66. So here is, this is like a game called Euler's Disc. It's one of those scientific games. I picked up a bunch of these at a St. Vincent's in Escanaba, which is about 60 miles south of me. And somewhere for $7, then I got a discount, and somewhere for $4.61. This one sold for the full asking price of $85.99, and my net profit was $70.49. And I had this just over a year. This next item has to be a linen. I have to throw one of my linens up here. This is some napkins. Cloth napkins. They have this faux Christmas tree design. Someone paid full price, $24. I bought these in a lot, and so this cost 62 cents, and my net profit was $21.10, and I had this for 2 months. So this is, the next item is a beautiful antique tablecloths. I got this at an estate sale, and sometimes, I found just a stack of linens, okay? And usually when there's a stack of linens, the people at the estate sales, they want you just to take all of them, and they do price them really low. So I got this for $2, and they don't realize that is antique. They didn't really look at the lace, and they didn't look at the workmanship on it. So this sold for $41 on a best offer. Like I said, I bought it for $2. My net profit was $31.02, and I had this for 2 months. Now this is a lamp that I picked up because I thought it was cute. It had a cottage vibe, and the shade is not the original shade. I mean, the shade is from the 80s. This lamp, I don't know, 50s or 60s. I bought it for $7.64. It was at an online auction that I paid a little bit too much for. I think I went crazy on bidding on a few of the items. So yeah, my net profit was $22.48, and someone bought this for $31. I had this for 11 months. So never pass up Lennox dishes, everybody. I found 10 of these bowls, and I lotted them up into 2 sets of 4, 1 set of 2. They're bone china, and it has the pattern right on the back. It's called Avondale, and for 2 bowls, the buyer paid $29.99 full price. These were $1 a piece. I got this at my local Salvation Army, and my net profit was $26.29. I had this for 1 month. So Land's End, a nice brand. However, their resale value, or at least I have found, that the resale value of a lot of Lands' End pieces is very low. This, however, is a vintage, thick, chunky men's cardigan. I bought it for $10 at an estate sale. I paid up because of the quality of it. Now, I did accept a best offer of $30. My net profit was $19.68, and I had this for a month. And here's another example of Lenox, except in a sculpture form. With this, this is a skating figures. It's musical. I bought it with the original box for $7.50 at my local Goodwill. And these Lenox figurines, some only go for less than $20, you know, if you find the smaller ones. Some go for a lot higher. This one was bought full asking price, $48.99, with my net profit of $35.80. And I had this for 6 months. Next up is this adorable Woolrich sweater. It has a nice ski Nordic design, and it was lamb's wool. I had this for 3 years because I didn't want to go down on the price. I did have a small sale on it. I had a 15% off sale on it. It sold for $41.59. I picked this up for $5.30, I believe. However, I could not find it in my sales inventory. Sometimes this happens. Either I mislabeled something, or if I ended the listing and then I started it again, it doesn't give me the actual original date that I put this up. So anyway, my net profit was $34.29, and I had this for 3 years. And another one I also wanted to show you today was this beautiful candle. I found this candle. It's brand new. It's Aspen Bay, and it had this beautiful, just really rich vanilla scent. Very, very nice. I bought it for $2 at a garage sale. I think I said that. It sold for full price on Etsy, $65.99. That's with free shipping. And my net profit was $41.34, and I had this for 6 months. So up next, we have this decorative, you can call it a cutting board. It's Swedish art, and it's called rose mailing. Now, if you ever see this type of art, this type of flower pattern, definitely look it up, because rose mailing is looked for. It's just Swedish, just a Swedish style of decorating, and it's really cool. And I picked this one up from an online auction. I bid on a lot of them, and let's see, that's sold for $39.39 on Etsy. I think it had a 15% off coupon. The auction, the lots per auction were $3.26. And my net profit is $23.79. I had this for 9 months. And this was my last piece of rose mailing. And here we are with this cat dog toy. So everyone who grew up in the 90s knows cat dog. So a friend of mine who was sourcing for me, she actually found this on the side of the road. I cleaned it up, and it had damage. It had some like bite marks, like it was a dog toy. But I said, you know what? I think it'll sell because it's cat dog. And it did sell on Etsy for $27.99, free shipping. With my friend was sourcing, so I just lotted everything up together and got an average selling price. So all the lots that she obtained for me were $1.69, and my net profit was $16.85. I had this for 4 months. So yeah, even if it's damaged, if you find anything from the 90s like this, from a cartoon, something iconic, people will buy this because it is sentimental to them. And I have to say, I love this sweater. It's, you know, I had this for over a year and a half actually. And I bought it at an estate sale for $5. It sold for $49.49 on a 15% off coupon, and my net profit was $33.80. And I wanted to show you this table runner. I sell a lot of table runners, and they really don't sell for a lot. They're just very basic. I get usually between $10 and $20. And this one was just a nice pink cottage aesthetic crochet table runner. I had it, it sold for $24.64 on Etsy, free shipping with a 15% coupon. I only bought it for $1 in an estate sale, so it's a win-win. You know, they have these priced so low that you can get them for $1 or $2. My net profit was $16.53, excuse me. So it all adds up, and I had this for 7 months. And okay, I have this fur coat. I bought this for $7 at my local Goodwill. This sold on Poshmark for $50, and my net profit was $33, and this sold in 2 weeks. And this chap's blazer I had for 1 year and 7 months. I got it though because it was brand new. It had elbow patches. It was corduroy. I thought there's a lot going for it. I only bought it for $4.24 at my local thrift store. It sold for $46 on Poshmark, and my net profit was $32.56. So last on Poshmark is this Trail of Painted Ponies sculpture. Now, I had bought this probably in 2021. I had bought like 10 of them, and for some reason this guy did not get listed. He was sitting on my shelf. I thought I listed him, but one day I said, I really got to look him up. And when you have a lot of inventory, so I have 3,400 pieces of inventory, and sometimes we miss things, especially when we're solopreneurs. We don't have anyone helping us. So I guess I missed him. I thought I had listed him, and I just put him to the side. Anyway, he sold for $40. I believe I got him from a thrift store for $5.30, and my net profit was $26.70. Once I had this listed, it sold in a week. So yeah, I need to look at this made me think that I needed to look at my inventory a little bit more carefully, and I did that. I had some animal figurines that I had lotted up from some online auctions. And I looked closer at them. They weren't selling, so I looked closer at them, and 3 of these figurines were Hagen Renekers, which is a very sought after vintage brand of earthenware miniature figures. And there's like a museum online, so there's resources. So I took the time out, looked, I relotted these animals. Now they're still not sold. However, now at least I have the Hagen Reneker pieces separated from the rest. The rest were Japanese bone china. So yeah, it always helps just take a second look at your inventory sometimes, and if some things aren't selling, just make sure that you have them listed, that you have the right keywords. Things happen. So the last thing I want to show you today is this beautiful lace curtain. I bought this curtain, and I'm trying to think, I think I bought it at a thrift store that was about 60 minutes from me in Escanaba. I bought it for $5.30, so I paid a little bit higher for this curtain, but it's absolutely beautiful. It sold in 1 week for $34.20. My net profit from this was $22.26. So let me know what you think of this style that I do now. I'm trying it out just because I think that y'all need to see my face sometimes more than the item, but I could be wrong. So you tell me. Like and subscribe, everybody, and you all have a great day. I'll catch you on the next episode.